Wayne Brown, the Ram Man here. I wanted to give a little insight about the factory disc brake spindles and the assembly. Right here we've got these factory disc brake spindles. This is a coronation of several years, started in 1970. These spindles right here were used on the 73 to 74 E body, and of course the A body 73 to 76, that sliding caliper design, which is the correct design to use on Mopars. For a factory disc brake swap, you want to use that 73 to 76 sliding caliper setup. So it's all actually pretty simple. We've got right here, we've got a spindle, we've got our caliper brackets right here. They're actually made so that they'll only fit on one way. If you notice, that won't fit on there, but all of a sudden it fits on just like that. So that makes it fairly idiot-proof for people. And then of course you've got your little foam seal that goes on, and then your backing plate, if you choose to use it, bolts on just like that. And then of course inside rotor seal, we've got our number 17 bearing right there. It fits on right there. And then we've got our A2 bearing, our washer, our lock nut keeper, and then we've got our cotter pin right there. So it's pretty simple. Now here it is, the assembly. It's all put together with the caliper. As you can see, the caliper hold down hardware. Here's how the wings go. People get confused about how this is bolted on, and here we go. Once again, this is the whole right side here, passenger side. Now this assembly, this design, this was a front mount caliper design. And as you see, the original brake hoses, the metal lines come out on the frame rail, always behind the spindle, about a foot. And these brake hoses, they make a nice gentle curve right over to the top of the caliper. There's no problems and no kinking, and it bolts on just like that. So there's the whole assembly in its entirety. Once again, this was designed for a front mount, but you can rotate the spindles. You can take them from one side and move them to the other, and then all of a sudden you can change it from front mount to rear mount. Here we go. Here's a front mount setup, and if we change it and move it to the other side, all of a sudden now we've got a rear mount setup. You just run into one little problem with doing that unless you're using the right calipers. Once again, these are front mount calipers. When you reverse them and you stick them in the rear right here, all of a sudden now you've kind of got a little kink problem with the hose going on right here, as this is turning, coming in like this or coming in like that. Now originally Chrysler fixed this problem right here. Chrysler did make rear mount sliding calipers. They're very rare, and they were only used for a couple years. And on the rear mount sliding calipers, the hose assembly comes in and bolts right down here to the bottom. So it droops down right nice and neat, and it comes in and bolts right here to the bottom. So once again, if you want to run rear mount calipers, which is used on some of the A bodies, the performance A bodies, late 60s had that front sway bar, and the B bodies had that front sway bar, they need to run a rear mount caliper setup. There are correct calipers to do that correctly, just like the factory. Hope this helps you guys out, and God bless you, God bless America, and be good. Happy Mopar.